Welcome back. And now we're going to talk about Placentia. A team from the Telegram recently traveled to the southern Avalon community and found an area that feels it's on the cusp of economic prosperity. Reporter Ashley Fitzpatrick was on the trip, and she's here to tell us all about the buzz in Placentia. Ashley, what's going on down there?
Well, Steve, first of all, let me say it's great to be on Telegram TV.
It's great to have you.
Thanks. Myself, photographer Joe Gibbons, and web editor Glenn Whiffen actually made the trip out, and we were really surprised by what we saw. There's a lot of change happening in business and industry, and we actually spoke with the Argentia Management Authority with CEO Harvey Brenton, who spoke a lot about what was happening out in his area. So here's some of what Harvey had to say.
If there's $50 billion worth of projects, we look at not being in competition with the other ports that we have here. We look what are we good at? What's the initiative there that we can bring and encourage people to come in, because it's very valuable for that company. It's the solution that we can provide to the business that wants to come in here. That's really what we're out there trying to do. So it's not whether it's St. John or Corner Brook or whatever. We think that they're great ports, and we think that they got a lot to offer. Everyone should try to get together and understand what they're good at, go out and promote, and then attract in. So it's not about trying to get ahead at the disadvantage for someone else. You're only moving dollars around. We want to maintain Argentia, to grow and expand it, and based on, because those businesses are not here, or they're companies that need to expand, and they need to expand and locate in a place that's going to be here for 5, 10 years down the road, 20 years really.
So like any other community, they're trying to position themselves strategically for the future.
Yeah, I think that was really the message to us. I think what they're saying is it's not about being in competition with other places, but more about promoting what they themselves have.
Right. And what does Placentia Mayor Bill Hogan have to say about this?
He has quite a bit to say, actually. He's been following the comings and goings at the old base site for quite some time. He's particularly interested in seeing what's going to happen with a proposed development by Husky Energy out that way. And actually, we spoke a little bit about that, so here's some of that.
So I think they have not settled their benefits package. As I understand it, Husky, in their determination, needs to get some of the work done offshore, away from Newfoundland. And I guess the government wants it 100% done here, which in this particular case is unrealistic, because I think Husky would like to put this called a graving dock, and part of it is to dig a huge, humongous hole in the ground and fill it with water, I guess, and they build whatever they have in there, and then they ship it out. Now they can do that like they did in Hibernia as a one-time deal and then leave it alone. And I think Husky has ambitions of putting gates in the dock so that it can be of use repeatedly. And from what I hear, if they're allowed to put the gates in, then we have an industry that's going to be ongoing for the next 40 years to 50 years. As I understand it, is the life of the facility that they're going to put there. So it's short-term pain now by letting some of the work be done offshore so that they can get on with this here, for making this area prosperous for the next 40 years.
So why do you think all the work being done in Placentia isn't more widely known?
Well, I think part of it might be that it's not happening within one of the major city centers, so you don't see the comings and goings. But at the same time, there's also the issue of these companies, in some cases, not yet deciding to actually stay there to develop these projects. It's still on the cusp, but you'll certainly be hearing more about the area in the future.
Right. Well, it's definitely something to keep an eye on. Thanks, Ashley.
Thank you.
My pleasure.